What it do, everyone? We are here with the Cane Corso puppies. Here we have a Fermentino female. Fermentino male. You s- Pebbles? A male named Pebbles. This is Pebbles, everyone. A Fermentino male. Has the gray mask. Fermentino. And a little bit of a different color body. Little smut coloring maybe. This is Pebbles, a boy. He is the smallest of the litter. These are our 4-week-old Cane Corso puppies. As you can see, these puppies have had their tails docked. We took them to the vet to get their tails docked. If you go to our YouTube channel, you can see us on our way to the vet doing that. A lot of times breeders use rubber bands to put around the dog's tail. The rubber band chokes the circulation of the tail until the tail falls off. And then you have an infection in the tail because of that. And then you still have to cut the tail off. So to avoid all of that issues, we took our puppies to the vet in order to have that done. Pebbles is available. It's a boy. Fermentino, smut colored Fermentino. Got the gray mask, the lighter body. He's a good boy. Quiet. You know, this is how he look with his ears docked. 4 weeks old. Good boy. You get another puppy. Next, we have Havoc. He's a big old 4-week-old puppy. As you can see the size of him. He's that brindle, mahogany, blue brindle. I'm just making up crap as I go. But he's a blue brindle, maybe like his mother. Seems like the same color of his mother. And he possesses like serious breed type at a young age. Serious breed type. You see those large pup muscles, that brindle. He's a pretty big boy. He's very agile, very fast. This is Havoc, male puppy. Havoc and all the other puppies have had their shots already. These are their first set of shots. So we gave the shots to the puppies because the vet only wants to see the puppies at 8 weeks. So we feel like over here in Baltimore City, you know, we have a lot of dogs in the area, a lot of raccoons. You have a lot of different animals. So we gave our dogs their shots early. And actually next week, we'll give the dogs just a parvo shot without the 5-in-1, without all the other vaccinations, because the only thing that affects us here that we ever seen in this area is parvo. Parvo comes during the summertime, especially during the hotter months. Yeah, that's the only thing that affects us. So they will get their shots at the vet. We recorded all the shots. We've written everything down so that we can hand you over a shot record and also a copy from the vet of what the vet thinks of the puppy, of done to the puppy, so that you can have it. Look at him. Big old boy. Big head. Great demeanor, man. I mean, like, if you look at him now at 4 weeks old, he already has the Cane Corso body. They're very, very large boy. Yeah, so let me go get another one. This is Suge. This Suge Knight. Suge Knight in the building. Head of Death Row Records. Suge has a little bit of coloring with him. Some white paws. Something different that you don't see all the time in Connie Corsos. We got some throwback old school blood that we threw in here. So that's why we're able to have such a variation in color. The good thing about our variation in color is this means more genetic diversity because the mother comes from one bloodline, which is Scandifo bloodline. So she's just 100% pure Scandifo dog through and through and through, all the way back to the beginning of Mike Santilli. And then Mike Santilli, and he created the Cane Corso. And Scandifo took some blood of a dog that was half American, half European blood. We're not going to get into all that. European versus American blood, old school blood. Look, if you like the dog, the color, get the boy. This is Suge Knight. He's a Fermentino, but he has a little white in him. Basically, what they do most of the times is they don't breed the white dogs. They get rid of them, or they'll sell them as a pet, or you just will never see one. But this boy is different. Big old boy. And Suge has been dewormed. This is a dewormer. We're using a Happy Jack dewormer. It's a pyrenthal. So we're using pyrenthal dewormer. The instructions for this dewormer is start at 2 weeks of age, give it 2 weeks, give it 3 weeks, give it 4 weeks, and then I think you skip to 6 weeks. Let me see. Well, it's going to be hard to see this, but 2, 3, 4, then you go 6, 8. So you start off with 2, 3, 4, then you skip 2 weeks. That way you can kind of trick the worms up. The reason why we're deworming our dogs now is because it's a regimen for deworming dogs. First, you're supposed to start when the female goes in the heat. That's when you're supposed to start it. I never did that. I never dewormed a dog while it was pregnant or before it goes in the heat. But I hear that's what you're supposed to do. But what we are doing is something we've never done before. It's what we're starting at 2 weeks of age, and we're following this regimen. We got honest to God truth. I'm supposed to skip next week and then go at 6 weeks. I think I'll just do that. I'm gonna stick to the schedule. This little bottle went a long way, so I'm gonna stick to the schedule. I'm actually gonna skip a week, and then I'm actually going to use a whole different type of dewormer called fenbenzazolol. So this is pyrenthal. I'm going to switch over to fenbenzazolol. That way, that if there's anything in there that maybe has an immunity to the pyrenthal, the fenbenzazolol will catch it. That's my theory behind that. But I really don't actually want to skip next week on the dewormer. I want to go every week, but I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to follow the instructions. It's hard to follow instructions when you think you know it all, but it's always somebody that knows more than me. If I think that I'm smarter than the Happy Jack dewormer, that goes to show you like how the ego of a man works. Man, I'm gonna do it next week. Forget Happy Jack dewormer. I'm smarter than them. Suge Knight. Suge, head of Death Row Records, y'all. Big old boy. Is this Dynamo? Or who you calling this one? Now Kisses. Yeah. This is Kisses. You got me saying the word Kisses of a name of a dog. It's kind of like not manly. But this is Kisses, y'all. It's not supposed to be manly. Female. Cane Corso. Coming from Co-op Kennels. She's a good girl. Big old girl. Big head. Look, I can't get my fingers around her head. Look at that. I can't do it. And as you can see, these are some big hands. These are big. These are big hands. Two hands ain't even. I mean, these are big hands, guys. I mean, people are always like, "Yo, what's wrong with you? You got some big hands." Look at my hand compared to remote control. You know what I mean? And look at the dog compared to the remote control. It's bigger than the remote control. So I don't know how long a remote control is. 6 inches, 8 inches. These dogs are going to get big really fast. So I'm hoping that everybody that wants one, we can at least get 4 of them, 4 to 5 puppies in their new homes to their new families before the age of at 8 weeks. That way I can just work on the other 4 or 5 puppies. I can take them out, walk them, leash train them. When you have mastiff dogs, you got to start taking them out early, and early socialization is key. Early socialization is key. This is Kisses, y'all. Actually, Kisses may not be available because somebody put a deposit down on one of the blue females, and they're saying that they couldn't distinguish the two. I got 2 good people, good brothers that watched the videos and got dogs from me and stuff like that. So this is how we communicate, basically through videos. Like, we don't got to talk all the time. They know, when we talk about dogs, this is how we communicate. We communicate through dogs and doggy language. So this is Kisses. And Kisses is being fed a high quality dog food. We're feeding them some wholesome chicken and brown rice. But now we're feeding them some wholesome chicken and brown rice. But now we're on a Blue Buffalo large breed puppy formula. We are going to stick to this formula until we get our dogs out there. Obviously, they eat cooked chicken now. We were giving them raw chicken, but they will be fed cooked chicken. The reason for this is this large breed prevents overgrowth of bones, overgrowth of hips and joints, and it protects the hips and the joints and the eyes and the this and the that. When you have a large breed dog, the last thing you want to do is overfeed them. You want to feed them a more lean food. I don't even know. Let me stop lying to you. I'm not the man who formulated this for you. You want to breed a large breed puppy formula, and you want to pay a little dollar for your kibble. Cheap kibble causes issues. Cheap dog food causes a lot of issues, man. We're going to do a video about that, but cheap dog food, man, you don't want to cheap out on the dog food. So even if we got to spend $50, $60, $70 on this bag, which is $70, we're going to stay with this Blue Buffalo large breed. Hopefully I don't switch it up. I'm able to get this by my job. There's a Petco there. Petcos are more accessible to the client or to the massive person than, say, Tractor Supply, because some places don't even have Tractor Supply. So you guys are able to get this easily through the mail or through a Petco or PetSmart. It is very expensive. So whenever you call me and you want a cheap dog, just realize, the tails was like $600. This dog food is like $100 a bag almost. You got the dewormer, you got the shots, you got the last vet visit they're going to have before they come to you. I know people don't understand the price of what it costs to just raise one of these dogs. It could cost you $500-$600 just to feed and medicate this dog. $500-$600. Then someone has to take their time out of their day to talk to you about the puppy and take their time out of their day to meet you. So I know most people don't have any compassion for the breeder, and most purchasers feel like the breeder don't have no compassion for them. But I think we all just need to just think about what each other is thinking and what we all got to go through. And it's going to cost me about $500, $600, $700 just to bring this puppy to the table. So when someone tells you, I got a puppy for $800, or big, large breed kind of Corso like this, and they telling you it's $800 and $400, just realize you get what you pay for. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm not going to say that you can't get a great dog, but if a dog is eating $100 bag of dog food and has $300-400 worth of medicine in them, and then I sell it to you for $500, somewhere along the line, somebody cut a corner. So, but do what you must, do what you please. These are healthy dogs, big heads. When you see a female like this with a big head, I can't get my hand around that dog's head, like almost the size of a softball, like big old girl. Be right back with the next puppy.